Mwahahaha. Welcome to Villains Night here at LBVTV. How was my villains laugh, guys? Was it decent? Okay, I'm excited because tonight is very special. For those of you who are new to the chat and our live stream, we bring the Disney magic into your home every Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we bring the characters live into your home. And each week has a different character and a different theme, as well as Disney experts that come after the characters to talk about that week's theme, the news, and much more. So as you can tell, we have a villains party going on for this week's LBV TV show. And next week, we are having Mickey himself. That's right. We kind of kept it under wraps, but it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So there's always amazing things that you never want to miss here on our channel. So make sure to hit the notifications button because you'll never want to miss which Disney celebrities come on the show and much more. We have an incredible lineup coming up for the next 2-3 months already scheduled out. Crazy, right? And especially since now character interactions will never be the way they were due to the pandemic, especially with Disney opening soon. This is the closest way that you guys get to interact. So all of you in the chat here, we want you to ask questions to our characters, ask us questions, and of course ask our panel when they come to talk about that week's theme, anything you want. I know there's going to be a lot of questions for Maleficent, who is magnificent. Let's give lots of purple hearts for Maleficent. I know, who's excited? As you can tell, when you make it pink or make it blue, when you put them together, it's purple. That's right. So for those of you also who are new that may not know, we are also an apparel company where we make not just shirts, not just dresses, things for your home as well. But we wanted during the pandemic to bring, like I said, magic into your homes in other ways too. And so we thought this would be an awesome way to have fun every Monday night with our friends and new friends. We call you guys the LBV Club. And a lot of you have gotten to know each other just through the chat, through Instagram. So please join us on all of our different platforms, get to know each other. Because again, this is an awesome community. And we love bringing you, again, the Disney magic, the Disney community, and the Disney news. And tonight, like I mentioned, we always have with our characters a round table. And we're going to be discussing the Disney Halloween party being canceled. I know it sounds really sad, right? Sad faces, guys? I know, right? Disney Halloween gone. But my sources, and since I'm in Mickey's backyard, I know a lot of people. My sources tell me there's going to be villains parties instead. And we were one of the few with my friend Jenna and Dale from Resort TV1 that actually got to do the villains party before the parks closed. And so we have exclusive footage. Also, the first time ever alcohol was served in the Magic Kingdom, which is only for Villains Night. And it was only the one night we were there, and then the park shut down. Thanks, coronavirus. But we have all the footage, all of the amazing news that's coming with the Villains Party that will replace Halloween, and a lot more fun that I'll keep, a little bit under wraps since we have all these amazing guests. And every week also we invite you to come on, not just in the chat, but also live on camera if you want to ask one of our celebrity guests a question. I'm wearing my Stay Woke shirt today. And I know some of our guests are going to go on camera live also have it, but message us here on Lake Point of Visitors Television or on Instagram. Like I said, it's a party here every Monday night, and especially with the parks reopening, there's going to be a lot of things where you can't interact with the characters, so we're glad to make that special magic happen. Now, before we bring in the Mistress of Evil, I'm so sorry. Are you guys excited to meet Maleficent? I know. So here's the deal about Maleficent. She is one of my favorite villains. Do you guys have a favorite villain? Now, I think the word villain is used loosely with her. You know what I mean? If you saw the movie, the one where it goes into her origin story and the backstory about being a fairy and queen of the Moors and things of that sort, the poor girl's been through a lot. And she ends up, for those of you who don't want to know spoilers to the movie, she ends up, we'll just say, really close with Aurora. They're like this, okay? So it's a really interesting evolution of villains. And sometimes we look at the bad guys as just the bad guys. But Maleficent's one of them that truly transforms in multiple ways, not just into a dragon, but into a special character to a lot of us. So I see some people love Cruella, Jafar, Rabla. Oh yeah, Jafar's awesome. So again, after Maleficent leaves, I think she's going to be flying as a dragon back to wherever she is. We have all this cool footage that we're going to talk about from the villains party. That includes Jafar's castle. Yes, that's right. I'm not going to go too much into it because you want to stay tuned to see Dr. Faslier's castle, Jafar's castle, Maleficent's castle. This is all the villains party. It was amazing. You trust me, you're in for quite the treat. I see, yeah, Mrs. Angie Marie says she just misunderstood. That's right. There's a lot of backstory to Maleficent, which makes her such a cool villain, or at least a villain to love. All right, so let's get some hearts before we bring in our guest of honor. Lots of hearts, purple hearts, green hearts, dragons. If you have a dragon emoji, that'd be cool. Lots of hearts. All right, Chris, producer Chris, hubby Chris, should we bring her in? Okay, let's bring in the mistress of evil.
Oh, hello? Is it working? What kind of sorcery is this? Is this Maria?
It is. Hi, I'm Maria from LBV TV. Thank you for coming to us. From where are you at?
Oh, I'm at Disneyland Paris right now. I'm guarding their castle, and unfortunately, I used to fly between all of the different Disneylands and Disney Worlds, and now I'm stuck here for the whole time. Oh.
Yeah, there's a whole no fly thing going on right now, so I totally get it. I understand. I'm sorry you're stuck in Disneyland Paris, but that's quite a place to be stuck in, let me tell you. I've always wanted to visit your castle that you protect. You're under the castle in Disneyland Paris, right?
Mm-hmm, in my dragon form, of course. I'd love for you to come visit. People are making lots of rumors about this whole virus and quarantine thing, that it's an evil plot by my friends or by me. But I have more finesse than that, They call me the mistress of evil, but I'm not that evil.
No, I agree. We know that. I know. It's this whole coronavirus thing has been very, very evil. People's plans to visit you in Disneyland Paris as well as Disneyland California have been canceled or have been revamped. Trust me, everybody in the chat, can you all agree? Our vacation.
Terrible. Oh, yeah. So sorry to all of you.
I know. Even Maleficent feels bad for you guys. That's when you know the Disney reservation line is bad. When even Maleficent feels some sympathy for you guys. Now, how do you feel about people coming to see you soon? Because Disneyland Paris, as well as Disneyland California, is opening soon.
Oh, yes, I know. I'm very excited, but do come at your own peril. Kidding. Am I? Don't worry. I've turned a new leaf, as you know, but I'm much more woke, as you kids say. Speaking of that, what shirt are you wearing there?
That's right.
I love it. It's a lovely attempt to ward off one of my curses.
Well, I have to tell you a funny story how this shirt came about. For any of you who've ever been to Disneyland, California, I thought there would be awesome merchandise that has your beautiful form, Maleficent, or at least Aurora or something. There is nothing. It is really bizarre. I don't know why. And so my husband and I thought, you know what? We're going to make our own shirts for our Disneyland vacation. And we wanted to make sure that, of course, you are, of course, here as not just your beautiful horns, but the dragon. And, of course, as the kids say, stay woke. And also we want Aurora to be up, she's you and her are good now, right? You're all good.
We're good. You're right. And they absolutely should make more merchandise in my honor. Aurora is a princess, but I am the queen of the kingdom. I can't wait to see what else you come up with.
Oh, thank you. Well, we're talking too about this Halloween party being canceled, which usually you're a part of and we're always excited for, but you're also a part of this thing called Villains Night. Have you ever heard of Villains Night at all? It's quite fun. It's a party we have honoring all of you that are unique characters in the world.
Oh, why, thank you. I like the choice of your word there. Villains does have a bad ring to it, doesn't it? But of course I take advantage of this glorious night. It does look, have you seen the castle that they've done?
Oh, Chris, do we have a picture of the castle? for everybody to see. Okay, there's a lot of, I know you're, Maleficent, you might be offended. There's a couple castles in there too that aren't just yours. But yours is dead center. Yours is right in the center.
It should be. Very good.
Yes, but how amazing, right? I love that castle. I mean, it's quite magnificent, Maleficent. See what I did there? See what I did there? Have you ever seen the castle as Cinderella's castle, which is what it usually looks like?
I have. It's a dreadful blue. I think they should leave it a villain's castle every night of the year, don't you?
I like that. That would be a lot of fun. I have to say, does everybody in the chat, do you agree villains have more fun? They do. They do. But again, we know you're a misunderstood character. I do think you are way more in-depth, way more than what meets the eye. Like, I mean, I'm a big fan. I have a doll of you. I know I'm that hardcore about you. But, you know, villains sometimes get a bad rap. Now, I know you've been hanging out with some villains since you're stuck in Disneyland Paris. Have you gotten to know any that have grown on you? I know you're not one for friendship per se. You know, you're as friendly as you are right now. I know it's usually not like that. So we're very lucky. Thank you for being so gracious to our LBV community. But are there any villains you like?
Oh, let's see. I've always been quite close with the evil queen. Do you know who that is?
Oh, yes.
She's quite lovely. She does have a wicked sense of humor. She's so misunderstood, and it doesn't help that dreadful Snow White has been spreading lies about her. Don't listen to anything she says.
Is it really? Wait, what do you mean? So you're saying Snow White's making stuff up?
It is all the time. She says she's a villain, that she's been mistreating her, when in all actuality she was trying to give her a home, trying to feed her and give her nice clothing. So don't believe the lies that she's spreading.
That's one way to look at it. You know, I do love. There's always a different angle to everything, depending on how you look at the story, right, guys?
Oh, and do you know Hades too?
I do.
Hades. He has fire for hair, so of course we both like the flame. What's another one that Lady Tremaine. Have you met her before?
She's a little scary. I don't know about her. What do you think? Maleficent?
Oh, she's another misunderstood. I've actually been getting to know her quite well over this quarantine time, and we've become quite close. I think you should give her another chance.
Well, I do know that there is some backstory. So you guys in the chat, you know, there is from the latest Cinderella movie some backstory that we know that maybe Lady Tremaine's been hurt in her past, and there's some things that, you know, the lady needs to work through, obviously. Yeah, but Maleficent, I think you've done a great job working through your issues. You know, really, we're fans. We're fans. Now, I do have a friend that wants to ask you about villains. Is Jenna from Resort TV1 in the chat, Chris? Okay, let's bring our friend Jenna. She wants to ask you something about villains.
Oh, wonderful.
Hey!
Hi,
it's Maleficent.
Hello, how are you?
It's Dale, too. Oh, and Dale has his own villain merchandise on, I see.
Oh.
Doing the Empire. That's a whole other world. I don't know if you know anything about that, Maleficent. Do you guys get stormtroopers in Disneyland Paris? Or
We have seen them occasionally. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's a good segue. So my question for you, Maleficent, is who is your favorite villain?
Oh, my favorite. Well, besides myself, of course, then.
Of course.
Yes.
Let's see. My favorite that I'd like to get to know a little more, perhaps, would be Jafar. Have you met him before?
Why Jafar?
Like I do.
That would be quite the duo.
He's so cunning and I think truly evil. And I would like to get to know him a little bit better.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, is there any villain that you're scared of? Like, does anybody actually instill fear in Maleficent?
Yes, you know, I did meet a very strange bear. He was running around, a wild bear, just eating just everything around. He was eating a lot of honey, and he only had a shirt on, no pants. He was so frightening, and they called him Pooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Quite scary.
Maybe why he doesn't wear pants.
Perhaps. just to frighten everyone, try and keep everyone out of the Magic Kingdom.
Well, I mean, I guess if you take it like as face value, if there was a bear running around anywhere, that'd be kind of concerning. An insatiable bear with hunger. I get it. Maybe it's a Parisian thing, when it gets lost in translation. Because here, who is like a big honey bear that we love?
He's very cuddly.
Look at Maleficent's face.
Ugh. No, thank you.
No, he's so kind.
Who's your favorite villain? What do you think?
Oh, Dale, who's yours?
Besides me, of course. You don't have to answer
Of
that.
course.
Oh yeah, for sure you. But yeah, obviously, then it would be. I actually had to look up Disney villains, so my knowledge is very extensive. Obviously,
He's obviously a Star Wars guy. Sorry.
And I saw you were on the list, and I was going to go with you, of course. But now, since you said that is not an option,
All right. You can go with me. That's right.
okay.
All right, so Dale's is Maleficent.
No, it would have to be Gaston.
Oh, Gaston.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, Gaston. He's all over Paris, right?
Oh yes.
Always flexing his muscles. He thinks he's so beautiful.
He does.
Oh.
All right, wait, what does everybody think? Yay for Gaston or boo for Gaston?
Boo.
Thank you, everyone. Wonderful.
No, my favorite is
That like your choice, Dale. Maleficent.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
My favorite is Oogie Boogie. I like him.
Oh, he is quite dreadful.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he's misunderstood at all. I think he is just evil too.
He's just evil, and bugs come out of his mouth, and yeah.
No, he does come to the villains party, and he's big. He's like a scary Pooh Bear.
Yeah.
He is.
He
He's an evil brother.
Mhm.
Yeah, a green weird brother. See, Dale, you know Disney really well, don't you?
Oh, yes, exactly. I do.
Oh, I like
You
that.
hide it.
Food during quarantine, not wearing pants, eating all the food, always hungry. That's true. That's a good point.
That is a good point.
Well, that's a good question, Jenna. And everybody stay tuned, because after Maleficent leaves, I'm sure to fly back to, take care of Disneyland Paris reopening. Jenna and Dale are going to join us to talk about the Villains Party, where Maleficent, you will obviously be joining us soon in the Magic Kingdom for those parties, but that is what's going to be changing the place of the Halloween party. And I gotta say, I'm actually kind of excited because it's a really awesome party, and it's, I would say, just as fun as the Halloween party, if not more intimate with our favorite villains, which is
That's true.
Yes. Brings a whole other perspective.
well, yes. Thank you, Jenna and Dale. We'll bring you back in a little bit. Now, Maleficent,
Yes.
you have more fans. But before we bring out our next guest to ask you a question, do you have any, Chris, do we have any chats from people, questions that they want to know about Maleficent? Do you guys have any questions for the Mistress of Evil? I'll have you guys ask questions while we bring in Brandy and Gigi to ask a question live to our amazing, amazing Maleficent. Okay, Brandy and Gigi.
Hello.
Look, they even made ears in your honor, Maleficent.
They look beautiful. I love the dragon form. Can you turn into dragons too? Working on that?
Not yet.
All right, maybe soon. Give it time.
Well, I think that has to actually go with their question about dragons. Okay, because you were telling me a little bit earlier, Brandy and Gigi. Okay, what's the question?
Can you maybe teach us how to breathe fire?
How to breathe fire. Oh, I would love nothing more. But did you know that you're a different species than I am? You're what's called a human, I believe, and I'm a fairy, and I can turn into a dragon, and while you're still working on that, you can't breathe fire unless you have that in you. So I wish that I could. Come back to me when you're transforming, all right?
Okay.
All right.
And also, if I'm correct, it is Dave's birthday. Is Dave around?
It is Dave's birthday today. He
Oh.
sure is.
Is he
Okay.
there?
Maleficent, I was wondering, can you do something special for Dave's birthday?
Are you sure? You're asking me? Do you
Yes.
remember the last birthday wish that I bestowed? It didn't go so well.
Oh, that's true. I mean, the last time you did do a birthday wish for somebody, they went to sleep permanently. And but you know what? Dave is not 16, are you?
I am the opposite of 16.
And you don't look like a princess quite either. So,
I
all
am
right.
not.
A king, perhaps. Happy birthday, Dave.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
I hope you have a wonderful year.
And she'll send you a special spell in the mail. From since you can't come from Disneyland Paris here, I guess or Crow.
It would be lovely. That whole like fire breathing spell would be sweet.
All right, I'll work on it.
I appreciate that.
I love it. Happy birthday, Dave. And again, these are our amazing moderators.
Thank you.
who make every Monday night happen with our characters and with the chat. And they have an awesome Instagram account. I'm going to make them plug themselves. Please put the link in. I know they won't if I don't force them. So, Maleficent, tell them, say, Brandy and Dave, put the link in.
Brandy and Dave, please put the link below.
I think you have to now.
I do have to.
Thank you guys so much
Sure.
for moderating. All right,
Thank
Maleficent,
you.
I have more questions for you. Okay. Now, Maleficent, speaking of, the villains party, there's a lot of queens. There's Queen of Hearts. There is the evil queen, of course, and you are our queen. I would say for a villains party, what do you think is a key ingredient to making it fabulous?
Oh my goodness. Well, let's see. There's a parade. I'm not sure if they're going to do it this year. But
They are socially distantly.
oh, perfect. And they always have us stand so high up that it would be impossible to give you any spells or anything like that. So let's see. Well, the villains party is all about having fun. So let's see. I know some of my villain friends don't agree on having fun, but I like to have fun with Aurora sometimes. And so I know that all of you humans like to have fun as well. Try lots of foods, perhaps ride some rides, dance a little. And I love to see your Disney bounds too. So if anyone has villain Disney bounds or ears that you'd like to wear, we love to see those.
That's right. At the villains party, it's one of the few nights of the year that you can dress up in a costume like it's Halloween. Now, Maleficent, did you know they bring out a giant dragon in your honor, and that is like you're the centerpiece to the parade.
As I should be. So wonderful. And it breathes fire, I believe, right?
It does. It's magnificent. I just love the word magnificent and Maleficent. I think they go great together. It's like a tongue twister. But I saw Extraordinary Larry had a question. Where did I see it? He wanted to know if you could turn into something other than a dragon, what would you want to turn into?
Oh, why, what a fantastic question from, what is he? Is
He's
he
a taco dog.
a dog? Oh, why, hello. All right, Larry, let's see. I think I might turn into a raven. I think that would be delightful.
Makes sense. That feels very much you.
Yeah, anything that's black and can fly, count me in for that.
Okay. Now, since you've been, I see. If you could team up with any villain, says Spiral Destiny 91, who would it be? Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I think, as I said before, I think it would be fun to combine my powers with Jafar, but we do have similar powers. Let's see, I think I would
You're tall. You're both tall. You both have a staff.
We are. This is a tricky question. I think I might go with, the Evil Queen. I think we would be a wonderful duo. Don't you agree?
Oh, I agree. And those cheekbones, girl. Both of you would just cut glass all day on those. I'm telling you. Jedi Princess Haley, because we were talking about stormtroopers earlier. She wants to know, have you met Kylo Ren? Another guy, always in black. If anybody was a Star Wars Raven, that would totally be Kylo. So that's a good question. Have you ever met Kylo Ren? Another also misunderstood villain.
I was just about to say the same thing. He's very misunderstood, and in fact, I wouldn't even classify him as a villain at all. I would put him in his own category. But yes, I've met him. I think
we root for him in a way that we root for you. That's I guess we're all kind of conflicted about that, huh? I know. What do you guys think about Kylo and misunderstood villains? Who are some other misunderstood villains, guys? Type in the chat. And I see Tiffy H question, if you could change anything that occurred in your past, what would it be and why? I know you've been through a lot, Maleficent, and we got to see, again, your origin story. What would you change? Would you change anything?
Ooh, I don't think so. Nope. I think that anything that happens in your past is there and meant for a reason. Just like this coronavirus, we're all feeling very sad about it, but everything happens for a reason, and it is to shape us into better and braver people in the future. Or fairies in my circumstance, of course.
And technically, before we knew your backstory, we all thought you were just, evil villain, of course, a magnificent evil villain, but nonetheless, we know that you end up basically being Aurora's mother, and being a guiding light, even with your darkness, which is a really neat juxtaposition. I see Chris from my producer husband says I would team up with Thanos. He said, do you know who Thanos is? He's bad. I don't know. I don't think there's any misunderstanding there.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I mean, he's been hurt too. There's a common theme of fear, and you see these villains not understanding like what pain they've been through. They project through fear, which kind of brings me to how we kind of came up with the shirt concept of stay woke, which, in our, us kids terms means to stay, in the know, stay educated, understand what's going on. Don't turn a blind eye to what's happening in the world, understand your fellow man, stay woke. And so it's interesting, of course, Aurora, we, play on the concept of her asleep, but realistically during this day, and time, everything that's happening in the world, it's a pretty poignant phrase that works now as well. And I think by staying woke, as we call it, that truly kind of is the only way in some ways to defeat, evil in this world or help change it. What do you think, Maleficent?
Those were such beautiful words that you just said. I completely agree. Evil is often rooted in fear. And if we can come together and try to show empathy and educate one another, like you said, we can turn that fear into love, which is far more powerful.
And we saw that happen with you and Aurora. Mm-hmm. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that? So sorry, this is spoiler. Everybody if you don't want to know a spoiler from the movie, I'm about to spoil it, but Aurora isn't awoken by love from Prince. She's awoken by the love from Maleficent. And that, mind blown. Everybody, I think we were all like, what? Whoa. So it just goes to show that sometimes what we think is bad in the world or evil, understanding it can totally change how we view it. I would love to know more questions. Oh, good night, Tori. I see we have some people saying good night. If you had to be friends with a princess, says Courtney Flores, who would it be other than Aurora? Because you can't pick Aurora. You already know her. What other person would you be friends with that's a princess, you think?
Well, let's see. Does Tinkerbell count as a princess? I suppose not.
I would count that. So, is that because she can fly and turn into stuff?
Yes, it is. And she's a fairy too, like me. So I would like to get to know her a little bit more, but I haven't met her very many times. So I'd like the opportunity.
He's small, but she can get big too.
She can.
We learned from Cinderella a secret. You want to hear this, Maleficent? Supposedly, when Cinderella was on the show 2 weeks ago, Tinkerbell comes into her castle suite before the fireworks, and they sprinkle pixie dust on her. She becomes human size and then flies through the sky for all of us. How cool. I know, that's a normal day for you, so you're not impressed. I get it. That's like, you turn into all the time, but I get it.
True.
I see our friend Joey's World. He would love to meet you. You're so fabulous. I agree. Those magnificent and fabulous are everything about this Maleficent here.
Wow, thank you.
He says, should he be scared to meet you?
Oh, don't be scared. I know that I'm a little intimidating. I am very tall, and I do have these horns on my head, but don't worry. Like I said before, I've turned a new leaf, and I'm trying to accept humans as not all being bad. Aurora is teaching me some wonderful lessons, so I'm trying to keep open-minded and follow my own advice that I just gave all of you, of course.
No, that's true. And that's great advice for all of us when the world is so crazy right now, is to just love each other and show each other kindness and compassion. I saw some other good questions. I see Pete McDevitt in the room. Hey, Pete, thank you so much. I see Resort Hoppers saying Joey's flirting with Maleficent and Tinkerbell. Joey, Maleficent, are you taken?
I am not, but I have no intention.
You're a single lady for life.
Single ladies for life. Who's
I
with
guess.
me? Let's see some black hearts there.
Yeah, lots of black hearts. The single lady life. Chris, do we have some other questions from people I may have missed? I'm trying to read. Sorry, you guys are going fast, but keep sending us the questions. I love them. Chris, any other questions before Maleficent has to go take care of the castle? Oh, Maleficent, which villain besides you do you think is the most diabolical?
Ooh, let's see.
Other than Winnie the Pooh that you mentioned earlier.
We did mention him. Let's see, diabolical, I would say. I'm trying to give credit to all of my friends. I think the Queen of Hearts.
Ooh, off with your head. That's pretty, yeah, she's crazy. I don't know.
You can't talk to her about anything. You try and say one thing and she just screams that at you, so she's very close-minded there.
Yeah, she's pretty crazy. Speaking of people that can be redeemed, I don't know. What do you guys think? Queen of Hearts, yay or nay? Off with her head or no? What do you guys think? Oh, Jet Set and Mickey, how are your accommodations under the Disneyland Paris castle? Last time she was there, you were shackled?
Oh, I do remember that. I know, they had to shackle me. They put me in the dungeon for a bit because I was very excited that day. I was flying around and breathing fire, and apparently you're not supposed to do that at Disneyland. And so they told me it was more of my like timeout area. But I've since learned better. Sometimes they put me down there too, but I do like it in the dark when I'm a dragon because my fire looks extra magnificent. So
that's kind of like the background here.
It's
not
beautiful.
Yes. No, that's a good question. Okay, so it's not that you were, forced to be underground. You were just they wanted you to prevent forest fires, basically. They were like,
they suggested that I go down there, and since I'm queen, they would never make me do anything. So.
Oh, that makes sense. That's true. I see Rhonda R95 says, if you weren't able to breathe fire, what other power would you like to have? Now, Maleficent, you have some cool powers. You can fly. You can make things grow. I remember you made a bridge to the human world. You did a lot of cool things. What would you say is your, what other power would you want to have? Or is there a power that we kind of overlook that you love?
Let's see. I think that I would choose the power of not necessarily mind reading, but being able to understand somebody else more efficiently. Most of the predicaments that I've gotten myself in, it's because me and the other party haven't quite understood each other. And I think it would help if I were able to understand them better. Is that a power? Does that count?
That's a good answer. That's a very woke answer. As us kids would say, very woke of you. I like that. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to read minds. I don't know. I'm sure Chris right now, he's going like, hey, well, he loves you too. He wants to talk to you, but he can't be on camera right now.
Is he your minion? Is he your minion? Is that who that is?
He would say yes. I would say no, it's my husband, but he would go, yeah. He's fabulous. He's as tall as you with the horns. He's 6'5". Yes. He's like a Gaston. But without the ego and the bizarre personality disorder. I see. Kaylee wants to know. Oh, that's cool. That's right, Maleficent. We're going to show pictures of you later at the villains party that people dress up as you. Because, like I said, we're huge fans. As you can tell, ears, you name it.
As you should be. Wonderful.
Yeah, Kaylee, obviously, as fans, she dressed as you for Halloween. What would you dress as for Halloween or the villains party? Would you do incognito, like hidden, so that you could enjoy the party?
I would love nothing more, but I do know that a lot of people like to come to see me, so I'm not sure if I should do that. But if I were allowed to, of course, or if I allowed myself to, I think I would dress as, maybe Pooh, since he's the biggest villain of them all. Wouldn't that frighten everyone for Halloween if I was dressed as Pooh?
Now, for those of you who just joined the chat, Maleficent, when I asked her, is there any character or villain you're afraid of? And she said that there's this ravenous bear that's been roaming, Paris and Disneyland Paris, and he doesn't wear pants, and he has insatiable hunger. And I'm thinking, who is she talking about? And then she says Pooh. And I was like, so in our world, Pooh is this just lovely, cuddly bear. So it's just so funny to us that you find Pooh terrifying.
I don't do that, but do you think I would make a good Pooh for Halloween? Shall I do that?
I mean, yeah, there'd be a new color scheme. We'll just say that.
All right. Perhaps I'll test it out.
You'd have to have more cheeks like me, less chipmunk jaw, a little more chipmunk cheeks. I love it. This is for Maria. If you were able to be a villain, who would I be? Says Courtney Flores. Ooh, I gotta say, can you guys in the room guess who I would be? Maleficent.
Excellent.
Again, you're just amazing, and also again, your story is incredible, and the fact that there's so many layers to you, but as well as you are just commanding, you are strong, you are still full of heart, which is a hard thing to balance. And it's, truly, you are just, we're in awe of you and we love you. Now, I see Jet Set and Mickey says, fire-breathing Winnie the Pooh, what nightmares are made of? That's like a heffalump, right? So I don't know if you know what a heffalump is, but it's this other weird thing that kind of looks like a Pooh that roams the parks as well. And it's kind of bizarre. It's a bizarre thing, a heffalump. Orlando Mike says, Maleficent, how do you keep your horns so sharp and your dress so beautifully sinister and intimidating? I think Orlando Mike's a fan.
Oh, I'm a fan of him as well. Let's see. Well, my horns they've always been sharp. I'm not sure. I don't sharpen them or anything. They're just like this. And my dresses, I have lots of them. They're all black, of course, or most of them are black or dark colors.
Yes.
Intimidating, I think it might just be because I have horns. I'm not sure. Why do you think I'm intimidating? I keep getting told this tonight.
I have to say, everybody in the chat, do you agree after getting to talk to Maleficent today, she's not as scary as we all thought? What do you think? Or as intimidating as we all thought? What do you guys think? Has she grown on you, her heart? So as much as you, I'm sure, pretend to have a black heart, I think it's purple.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes. I like that. Well, maybe are there any tips that you could give me on getting to know humans a little better?
I think talking to us. I think talking is the best thing ever, especially, like I said, with the chat. Right now, we're also in quarantine. We don't get to do things the way that we're used to, especially with Disneyland Paris, especially this thing. We'll explain to you later, Maleficent, but there's this thing called the reservation system that drove everybody crazy today. Crashed, didn't work out. We know things aren't going to be normal or usual, but the one thing that nobody can take away from us is coming together like this, talking, having fun, and connecting, not just as humans, but people who are different than us, like you. Oh. So I think that's, I would say that's my take from it.
Oh, all right. Wonderful. I've also been practicing my smile because I've heard that humans like to smile a lot. I used to never do it, but
let's see you smile. Everybody, how about let's do smiley faces for Maleficent. How is it?
Is it like this?
You look like you have braces. You have Invisalign. No, that's a thing that us humans wear to make our smile prettier. Hold on, let's practice one more time. Everybody help Maleficent. Everybody help Maleficent smile. Lots of smiley faces. Okay, Maleficent, you can do it big and wide. Cheese. Yeah, there you go. Maleficent, that's a good one. That's a good smile. I know her cheeks are hurting. I can tell.
Right. I'll keep working on it, but thank you. I appreciate your help.
You're amazing, Maleficent. Thank you for coming and joining us. I know you have Disneyland Paris to take care of. That's opening very soon, right? In a couple weeks.
Very soon. Right before Disneyland, actually.
Wow, before Disneyland California. That's so okay. So you're going to take care of business there, and then you're going to take care of business in Disneyland with Aurora.
Of course.
She's going to be on our show in a few weeks before Disneyland California opens. She's going to come on the show. We're going to talk to her. We'll get her take on things. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Wonderful.
We hope you'll come back and visit us.
I would love to. Oh, what's the name of the lipstick? Oh, let's see. Do I have it nearby? I do.
I love it. Maleficent's ready for anything.
I do. Actually, this is wonderful. Maybe they'll do a thing called sponsor me. There's this thing called Maybelline Long Stay Lip. Let's see. It looks like this. And Aurora got it for me, actually. It's in some kingdom nearby her. But it's wonderful. It won't come off at all. You can wear it all day long. I know. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Maybe you're born with it, or maybe it's Maybelline.
But I'm born with it. I just add a little extra, of course. But
I love it. That's the tagline. But Maleficent, you are amazing. Thank you so much. She's even giving us makeup tips. You're the best.
Thank you.
Can you be my fairy godmother like you are Aurora's?
Why, of course.
I love it. I'm gonna have amazing makeup the next time I see you. Oh, Maleficent, thank you so much. And again, thank you for showing us that, I guess, even sometimes the scary sides to people or things that we think are the way they aren't always that case. And like I said, you don't have a black heart, you have a purple one, and we love you. Thank you so much, Maleficent, for joining us.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
All right, we'll see you at Disneyland Paris. Bye, Maleficent.
Goodbye, beasties.
How amazing was Maleficent? Oh my gosh. Awesome. And if you liked any of our characters we've had on the show, they're furloughed and stuck in quarantine like the rest of us. So we started a PayPal account, and we've been paying them in hopes that, of course, they get their jobs back like the rest of us. And, in Maleficent's case, sounds like she has a makeup habit we have to help her with. So if you want to help support some of our characters that you loved, or leave them a comment or message that you want us to connect you to, let us know. Brandy and Dave will put the link with the PayPal, and let us know which character you loved, which character you would love to talk to, leave a message for. Again, they're just so amazing, helping us bring the magic into people's homes. We can't thank them enough. But before we get to our panel, like I said, every week, it's not just a character that we bring into your home, but we bring also Disney experts to talk about a theme, news, often sources and exclusives that you'll only get here, because we're in Mickey's backyard. So we know a lot of things first before anybody else does. And we're going to talk about the Villains Party. That is going to replace the Halloween party. We're one of the few people that knows about this. So heads up, everybody. I know, really exciting. And the Villains Party was revamped this year. Last year's Villains Party, or 2 years ago, was okay. I was told there wasn't a parade, there wasn't bars, there wasn't a lot of particular things that we got to see this year that are going to continue for the coming year. So I thought I'd bring in my best friends, Jenna and Dale, who came with us to the Villains Party, which was one of the last ones to happen. That's right. So we have footage, and we're going to talk about the last time and only time Disney had alcohol on the Magic Kingdom property, too, with fun villain drinks and much more. And I'm going to have Chris, my husband, join me on camera. Are you able to bring, Chris, your computer and do your magic buttons? He says yes, because this is pretty cool. We have, all like I said, video as well. And I'll be reading your comments while Chris comes on over. Hey, Big John, says Dance, Abe Lincoln was a great guest. How awesome was Equity Ben? And yes, so how many of you in the chat tried to do the reservation system today? I know, it was insane. It was bad. Yes, subscribe to Resort TV 1. They have an amazing channel where you can live vicariously through the magic. Oh, it's okay, Chris. I'm going to actually bring in, since we can't right now, I'm just going to bring in Jenna and Dale, and I'm going to talk, since Chris has to do the video for all the amazing exclusive to show you. So Jenna and Dale, Chris is going to be behind the scenes talking. Let's bring him in. There we go.
Hey, no Chris.
Hey,
Wah, wah.
guys, I'm coming over.
Okay.
Chris has a lot of video. Like I said, we have the exclusives. As you can tell, also Resort TV 1 has the exclusive from Villains Night 2 that is on their vlog that we will connect. It's at the bottom of the description. So when you're done over here, definitely go check out their amazing vlog. Phenomenal from Villains Night live stream. Again, you get to live vicariously through them every week. Oh, Chris is gonna come over. Okay.
Woo-hoo. Get Chris in the shot.
There it is. Chris is too tall. There you go. There he is.
Hey, what's up?
Everybody in the chat, say hi to Chris.
Hey guys.
And Chris, you even have your stove oak.
I love it.
I like that. It's all right.
It's this way.
Yeah, I do that too.
And then opposite.
So okay, we were talking about how everybody was very sad about the Halloween party and it being canceled, which
Yes.
you know,
Wah, wah,
I know we all
wah.
loved it. And it's one of the few nights, Chris, you want to plug in one of the videos? It's one of the few nights that you can get dressed up. And I wore a wig. Yeah.
So the only nights of the year that you can dress like it's Halloween, not on Halloween, is Villains Night. Chris didn't get the memo.
It's cold.
He just wanted to, I'm obviously warm. Cruella gave me the coat. Maleficent gave me Aurora's crown. So we're ready.
It was so cold.
It was cold.
It was
so
cold. It kept the ice cream bars nice and cold in the bag.
I had ice cream in my backpack, and the ice cream stayed colder.
Longer.
Yeah, a lot of people may not realize that with the party, it's worth the cost of the ticket just if you got all of the free ice cream bars, all the free Cokes, all the free Sprites, all the free popcorns, all the free water.
Oh,
You
yes.
get $100 worth of Disney food merch and make it worth your ticket.
Me and
Yeah.
Dale, we ate like $200 worth of Disney food there.
Yes. I ate more afterwards because it was so cold that night. Nothing.
Yeah,
was
Normally,
In the bags.
Yeah.
Even though it was freezing, I still ate like 3 Mickey bars, 2
Yeah, you
Mickey
did.
bars.
well, and normally it's so hot you can't take them home with you, but it was
'Cause
so
they melt.
cold that night.
Yeah,
it didn't
everything,
melt.
everything lasted until you got home. And you can enjoy it for the next couple of days.
Yeah, and the Halloween party, did you guys go last year? I mean, not Halloween party, I'm sorry, the Villains party. Did you go the year before?
Dale didn't, but Josh and I did. Yeah.
Okay, and you said it wasn't as inclusive, as dramatic, as fun as the one we went to, correct?
Yeah, I mean it was still fun, but it had everything except for the parade, which was amazing. It had Maleficent. Basically, that's all it was Maleficent.
Okay.
But the parade this year was amazing.
And
Did they have the dragon? Or was it still
No, they had the dragon.
lockdown from it
No, they had
blowing
the
up?
dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't the dragon blow up?
Yeah, no, yeah, well it did, but they brought her back.
Maleficent's not in the chat room right now, so we don't worry, Maleficent.
Sorry, yeah.
We have some video from the parade. The parade was amazing. They went above and beyond for the parade. And the neat thing they did for the parade is they did it over and over and over again. It was only supposed to be twice. We saw it like 6 times, right?
It was awesome. Yeah.
It was a good parade. It was a good parade.
So, I mean, we'll show you some footage. It was phenomenal.
Let's have some fun! With all this moving and grooving, I might just split a seam!
I just
Super
asked
cool.
Chris, is this my video? And he goes, nope, because your video was bad. It's your video. He stole your video. I was like, I can't videotape that well. So thank you, Jenna and Josh. So
And they even allowed me to ride on the horse right at the beginning, as you can see.
you look great, Dale.
You look awesome.
You did amazing. But yeah, so that video was the first parade. We saw it repetitively throughout the night. I put it on my Instagram account, and you'll see in my Instagram account, Insta stories, I show my version of the parade that's not as nice as that video was. But there's nobody around us because they parade so many times. People they kind of wandered. It was social distancing without them realizing social distancing.
Watch out!
Oh my God! You
you're fired.
Whoa! You never know what's going to happen here at LBV TV. Dragon Fire. Game of Thrones stuff going on. A little bit of Harry
Wrong
Potter.
park. Wrong park.
We had a lot of fun, as you can tell. And also, Jen and I have had a blast at Universal. Speaking of the reservation system and everything going on right now, I know everybody's worked up about Halloween being gone, but now the Disney news is, guys, if you haven't heard, to get into Hollywood Studios, you cannot get in until July 20th or later. Originally it was the 15th and 16th were sold out. Now it's 17th, 18th, 19th, and now we're at the 20th. And supposedly Magic Kingdom is sold out possibly as of today. It's pretty crazy. Oh, I see Mrs. Angie Marie says, Chris, you're getting fancy with these special effects.
Oh, yeah. Chris is like money with these special effects.
No, he lives for these.
Oh, yes.
It only took me a month to get used to it.
You got it.
Faster than I would have.
All through the technical difficulties. Now we're good.
And I see Art says the wand. Yeah, like I said, the Halloween party is now kind of like the Villains party, which will be happening in the fall. And you can dress up as a character. So, Jenna, remember we saw people dressed in full costume to the point we got confused if somebody was actually a character.
A character. We did, yeah. It was so cool. It was like, wow, we're at the Halloween party, but we weren't.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can still dress up, but I will say we've learned the hard way in Florida. It is so hot. You got to do t-shirt. Yeah.
Even let's go when we went. And
it was super freezing that night.
That day
was cold.
That was a weird fluke, and I was in a fur fake.
Oh, that worked perfectly. Cruella's jacket, as you said.
Yes.
So it worked out great.
I see Ram88 says, I'm just going to go to Magic Kingdom by cutting through Maria and Chris's backyard. Yes, we are very, very close to the magic. Hence, it's very easy to spread the magic from here. We just do the pixie dust.
That's right.
That's all it takes.
That's right.
But yeah, Chris, I'll have you keep checking out any comments. I see Taylor Made says, do you think they'll still decorate for Halloween? We need Mickey pumpkins. Now, Jenna, you said you think they'll decorate.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, they already have the decorations. It's just putting them up.
Yeah.
And they will.
They'll decorate for sure.
We could do a pumpkin carving contest on here live too. So
yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
That's true. I mean, actually, that would be fun. We'll do a Halloween. We're actually having July 20th. We're doing a Christmas in July, but it's going to have a Halloween twist. And we're having Jack and Sally on.
Oh, yes. I love that. That's awesome.
That would be cool.
So I'm really excited because we have that shirt, 'Tis the Season, which is our man-eating wreath that works for a Halloween shirt, but also works for a Christmas shirt. Yep. And we did that, again, for people to get more bang for their buck, similar to this, where I was like, I want a shirt that works for Aurora. You can make it pink or blue and pretty as a princess, or you can do it, Maleficent and make it evil if you want.
Oh, yes.
So we have even a Halloween episode coming up soon. Jenna and Dale, what are your favorite Disney rides? Says Angelica Flores.
All right. Well, my favorite at the Magic Kingdom are the classics, Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. You just can't go wrong. I always want to ride them. They're amazing.
My favorite ride is Toy Story Mania. I could do that all day long.
Yep.
All day long.
I do like Toy Story Mania, and he's really good at it.
Yeah.
He's amazing at it. Now, so about the Villains Party, I know everybody's freaking out about the reservation system, but the Villains Party, luckily, because it's almost like a social distancing thing to begin with, there's no character meets. Remember, couldn't. Chris, do you have how we met a character? It's kind of weird. So there are Yeah, that's how we met Scar. So they have these bizarre kind of photo ops around the park, and they're hidden with cardboard cutout villains. It's kind of weird, but it's a cool picture.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it was.
What they could do is magic shots, like
that's what I think.
Oh, they did those.
And you basically know what you're gonna get before you take the photo. Like, all right, here's gonna be a magic shot of a 3D Simba or Scar, Winnie the Pooh. They could.
You're on the poor Winnie the Pooh is getting such a bad rap today as a villain.
I know. I love Winnie.
Ever since, for those of you who just came into the chat
Guy
room,
running around wearing no pants, eating all
I know.
Maleficent is not a fan of Winnie
That's the villain I want to be.
I know, poor Winnie the Pooh. But yeah, so a lot of Disney characters, since you can't meet them, the nice thing is there is a lot of social distancing options. Chris, do you have the farewell video? So at the end of the night, how it works is you get all the villains that they come out and they greet you, which is really cool. Jen and I were really excited. We got to go right underneath them at the train station, and they talked to us personally. Remember the one, Cruella, because I was wearing that fake fur coat, was like, "Did you steal my animals?"
Yes.
You had these ears on, if I'm correct. And so I think the evil queen was not happy that you chose a different, obviously villain than her.
Yeah.
So it was neat that they were still above us and interacting with us from far away. Again, this is pre-coronavirus. So, Chris, do you have that video?
No, it's loading. Right now.
Oh, it's loading. Never mind.
But we have the show.
We have
The show, like the show.
At the castle.
Oh, that was one of the cool parts too. Of all the different lighting that they
So
did.
another thing that's really cool is the show is kind of like their variation of the Sanderson sisters for Halloween. And I would say that, the show it's good. It's not as good as the Sanderson sisters.
It's not as good, but still cool.
Yeah, even
The
Chris,
Sanderson sisters is really cool.
that's
I'm a big fan
amazing.
of that one.
Nothing's going to ever beat that. It's fantastic. But because they also do the show multiple times through the night, it wasn't just twice, it was 3 times, possibly 4. There was no fireworks, right?
Nope, no fireworks, just special effects. I mean, at the end they might have had a few, but it wasn't
Just to go off, but not like the traditional
Not to
fireworks.
stop. Yeah, because I think the reason they don't want fireworks anymore is because everybody would stop and we'd all be looking and we'd all be on top of each other trying to see the fireworks. But realistically, Jen and I had the idea to put little Mickeys on the floor every 6 feet.
Yes.
And watch the show. You would stand on your Mickey, which would be really cute. You know? And then you get to watch the show. And even you'll see in the video possibly, I don't know, but there's like hardly anybody around. And, having these villains parties, again, making these socially distant without them even realizing it. If we have a little bit of video, let's show it.
I am Jafar, the great and powerful sorcerer of Agrabah.
I am no hag. I am a queen, and you shall bow before royalty.
A tip of the hat from Dr. Facilier. You have got to be kidding me!
Listen well, all of you.
How cool, right? And I see also Anna Butler says, I love how the castle changes with the villain. Are you able to bring up the villain castles?
Yeah.
Can I talk?
Those shots were amazing with the lighting and stuff. Those were incredible.
Wasn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So every half hour, the castle will change, and you get, like I said, a Maleficent, Jafar's. That was really cool. I don't know if you guys can see it in the picture, but there's a giant snake that is the doorway to the Magic Kingdom for Jafar's castle. And Maleficent, of course, so cool. Looks like the dragon.
Yep.
Evil Queen, you can see the mirror. Who's the fairest of them all? I mean, honestly, I wish they kind of did that for the Halloween party. I kept saying the night we were there, I was
The
like, this is
details
so
are intense.
cool.
Oh, it's so cool.
Everybody in the chat, what is your favorite castle from this picture? Do you have a favorite castle that is a villain's castle from this picture? Mine, I'm going to say, is actually, I don't know if you can see it well in this, but I'm going to go with the Evil Queen because the details are amazing. Like there's apples that are hidden in there. I know it's hard. I'm looking into it. You can kind of, if you're on a TV, maybe see it. The mirror, there's flames. I mean, it's really cool and interactive. What would you say is your favorite? Of course, there was Hades' castle as well. Do you have a favorite castle out of the castles?
I liked Maleficent. I just love the bright greens. Was really
It really stood out.
Stood out.
The colors on that was cool, but yeah, I also like the Evil Queen just with the details of the multiple things with like the torches there on each of the turrets, whatever they're called, the torches.
Yeah, turrets, you got it.
The torches. Yeah.
And then just the multiple details, like you had said as well. But yeah, Maleficent, I do like the vibrant colors on that one. But the Evil Queen had more objects within the castle, I think.
There was a lot going on. And I see Dr. Facilier from Adventures with Mav.
His kind of blends all together, but I'm a big fan of Jafar's. That one is so cool.
Yeah, you can't see it amazingly in the picture. I'm trying to think if you can zoom in, but if you guys can look.
It's so cool.
Yeah, Jafar's looked like you were entering, what's the thing called? The
Cave of Wonders.
Cave of Wonders.
Yeah.
It was
I was
so
just going to say that.
And Jafar also, they don't bring out the masked character. It is a, regular actor that you interact with. Same with Hades and stuff like that. So I like that better because it feels more to me like the real villains, And yeah, they did a really good job. And the other thing that was really rare, and I see some people saying, Mrs. Angie Marie, and the mirrors in the center too. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Tiffy H loves the Maleficent castle. I did too. The Maleficent one was amazing. I know. I love them. Maleficent Energy says the Maleficent colors. Yeah, I agree. I would love for, again, like I said, the Halloween party for them to do that to the castle. They never did. So technically, we will all experience that this year. And yeah, no, I agree. Adventures with Mav. The Jafar's colors are really amazing. So if you get to replay this on your TV, make sure to do so because you'll see a lot of the impressive. I see White Castle good burgers.
They should have had those that night.
And there you go. That'd be a whole other castle. Harold and Kumar. But yeah, no, I love it. So speaking of that, speaking of food, the other cool thing that happened and will happen, again, they said they'll do it. We were the one and only group, because they only did that one night and then everything went insane in the world, was the bar at the Diamond Horseshoe. The first time ever, that's right, guys, the first time ever there was alcohol, food together at the Diamond Horseshoe for a party. And the drinks were awesome. I don't know if you can read some of the drinks, but they included an amazing Gaston egg cream. That was basically like an eggnog with alcohol. And Jenna, what did you have? You had an Evil Queen drink.
Yeah, I couldn't find it on there, but yeah, it was like a cinnamon with Pop Rocks.
I remember that. It was boiling basically.
Yeah.
And they gave you a strawberry in the shape of the heart.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
And that's how I guessed. I was like, oh, I can tell what villain drink you got. Wouldn't you?
Just got beer, I think.
I think.
I think you're right. Yeah, we got
Sounds right.
And
Sounds
then
right.
we got the food too because they had the tots with cheese or something, and they had something else also.
Hades nachos.
Yeah,
Hades
That's right.
Yes. It was good. It was the perfect type of drink food to go with it. So it was so cool to have it within there.
Well, Andrew G, I see him saying that, of course, the VIP, Halloween tickets are canceled. We mentioned earlier in the chat that sources of ours that are friends that work for Disney mentioned that instead of the Halloween party this year, it's going to be the villains parties. And they're similar except for the fact that you don't get the cool fireworks show. Yes, the Sanderson sisters is replaced with the Hades show and him taking over the world. There's other little things. Again, there's going to be socially distant photo ops. The character greets will be different, obviously. But I'm excited. At least there's something.
There's something. That's right. Yeah.
It was great.
No, like I enjoyed the show. I just think the Sanderson sisters, because they sing all the songs from the movie, and like it's just a little bit more elaborate. I think it maybe hits home to a lot of people who really like Hocus Pocus, especially on Halloween.
Right.
Yeah. The villains, like, if that was, I think that if they don't do it all the time for Halloween, I would say do it during normal weeks or whatnot, because that's such a cool thing to see, or the changing of the castle and everything, like on a Wednesday night. Oh, it's the change.
Maleficent's castle.
Don't even tell anyone. Just like change it.
Yeah,
throw
no,
it
that
out
would be
there.
so cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, well, yeah, like you said, instead of fireworks.
Yeah, you have a different variation. And I know in Disneyland, California, because they have issues with permits for fireworks, because you're in an actual city that has people down the street living there. Even though we do, I like the fireworks, but that's okay. Anaheim, I guess, has an issue that people don't like the fireworks, so they can't do that a lot for Halloween parties. So they, when we were there for the Halloween party, did those projections.
A lot of projections.
Oh yeah.
Even in the other park there, they do the projections on water, like over the lake.
Yeah.
They do the
balance of light
or colors, something.
It's
colors of
something.
I don't know. I can't think of it.
Colors of
colors.
World of Colors.
World of Colors.
That's it.
It's one of those.
Hold on, I got this.
Sounds like.
And you gotta. When we left, I actually told Maria, I go, that was really smart of them, because not only is it's not crazy in the sky, so they don't have to worry about too much with the city ordinances, but it's also relatively cheap when you think about it, because the water is what sprays up, and it recycles, because it keeps going back and forth within a pump, and then it's just a light projection on it. So ultimately, it's actually probably one of the cheaper things to do there.
And I saw Allie said something in the chat. I missed Allie's comment. Allie said, Sanderson sisters. I bet. I think Mrs. Angie Marie. I think I see everybody's really loving the Sanderson sisters. Even Chris loves the Sanderson sisters too. Which he's a fan of the movie, but not like a huge fan. He likes the show more. But I think that they'll bring out all the villains that we're used to for the Halloween party on top of the other characters. There you go, Allie. Yes, it would be cool to add the Sanderson. I think they will. I think they'll bring out Lotso. I think they'll bring out other villains that are usually out that we don't see. Ursula was so cool to see live. I don't know if you guys remember. Again, if you're just joining us, watch the replay, because Ursula itself is worth seeing. Just her magnificence roaming around and the tentacles going. And, she's live. I guess the only time we get to see Ursula live is at the Little Mermaid show at Hollywood Studios. Really just amazing. So I highly recommend. Again, the parade was phenomenal. Better than, anything I would say I actually liked it. I think better than the Halloween parade.
I did. Well, I don't know. I love that Halloween parade. They're both really cool.
I like the Headless Horseman.
Yeah. Now, one thing, though, about the Villains Party, which I wonder if they'll switch it up for this year, if it's going to be, a kind of Halloween party. The Villains After Hours is only a couple hours, like 3 hours, I think, where the Halloween party is more like 6 hours.
Oh, is it?
So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, they closed the park earlier for the Halloween party, and it's like 5 o'clock to enter.
Yeah. Something like that.
The Villains Party was later. It wasn't. We didn't get there till like
9
o'clock to 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right. So that'll be interesting to see. Everybody in the chat, what do you guys think? After we've kind of told you about the Villains Party, some of the perks to the Villains Party, the unlimited Mickey bars and soda and things like that, what do you guys think? Would you be okay with a Villains Party? Everybody in the chat, our LBV club, what do you guys think? I know it's hard. I'm hoping at least by Christmas, I think the Christmas party will be up and running.
Oh, I think so. I'm pretty sure. Too much of a moneymaker for them not to do it, even on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
Something they have to do.
Now, so everybody in the chat, what do you guys think? Oh, Adventures with Mav says she likes our ears. Thank you.
Thank you.
Randy and Dave made Jenna's ears. I don't know who made my ears. You have a really cool tiara from Magic Mountain ears that I broke. It's really nice, though. Sorry.
And it's cute. It was
She did it with her magic. She broke it with her magic. So that's all right. So we have Aurora. Aurora's coming on the channel in 3 weeks, and she's going to talk about Disneyland opening in California. But there's right now a petition to not open Disneyland California because people are nervous because things are in closer proximity. Now, Jenna, you and Dale have been to Disneyland Paris. You guys have an awesome vlog showcasing truly the prettiest aspects to Disneyland Paris. It's really, from what I gathered, Chris and I have never been there, but it's really beautiful. Like, I guess what the difference is the aesthetic. It's all about almost like artistry, how beautiful it is. Is it really small in Disneyland Paris? Is that an issue? Is it crowded? What do you think will be like after?
The main park, the park with the castle, their Magic Kingdom, was pretty big actually. It was a decent size, similar to ours, maybe even a little bigger in some areas. But their second park, which is I think called the Walt Disney Studios, is a lot smaller than Hollywood Studios. So that one would be hard, and it would get to capacity pretty quick. But yeah, their Magic Kingdom, the Disneyland park.
And when we went, it was in the winter, so it was colder. So there was probably not as many people there as
there was. It was Christmas.
Well, yeah, but I don't remember it being as packed.
I've never seen Disneyland Paris.
It wasn't as packed as Christmas here, that's for sure.
Well, they were seeing in my vlogs.
So I know this. This is kind of maybe a stupid question, but I know a lot of amusement parks around the world even close in the winter if the weather's too bad. But obviously, they don't close Disneyland at all. Disneyland Paris, because obviously down here in Florida, we're very fortunate that the weather.
It took a pandemic, plague.
To close.
Down.
Yeah, no, they didn't close Disneyland Paris either. I saw pictures where it was open with snow, and how pretty would that be? Glad we didn't go there when it was snowing, but it was cold enough to snow. It was
it was pretty cold.
Kind of pretty, like real instead of snow.
Yeah,
it was
the
real
deal.
snow, but it was chilly.
It was.
But,
it was rainy a couple days too.
Yeah,
right?
it rained.
Yeah.
I felt like it could snow, but it
That's very Europe. That's very England.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, no, I do think that everybody's pretty concerned about this whole ticketing system. I think the Halloween party switching to the Villains party, like I said, I think I saw Taylor Made said something too and agrees with me. I'll take it. It's better than no Halloween.
No, I agree.
And then of course with Disneyland Paris reopening, I think that'll be good to see how that works because they're probably a similar size, you think, to Disneyland California?
Disneyland Paris?
Disneyland California, their Magic Kingdom is very small. I mean, it's big, like land-wise, but everything is very compact. So
there's a lot of stuff in there.
So like they're old, like say they're the Fantasyland, the queue lines are super small because it was made a long time ago where people didn't think about personal space back then. So it's going to be hard for them to social distance. I mean, I'm sure they are figuring it out, but it'll be harder than our Magic Kingdom, that's for sure.
I see. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out. Disneyland Paris is going to reopen the same time as we do. And I see Cece says, I think a Villains party wouldn't last because kids will be scared. I hear an echo. That's you. Oh, sorry. I don't think the kids will be scared because they do a really good job of keeping the villains so far away, which is amazing because, again, it's before social distancing that they kept everything so far away from you. Again, I think that was to keep things moving because they wanted the Villains party to be more about the rides and to be more about, having just fun. There's a dance party, things like that. Speaking of dance party, I know I think Angie said here in the chat room and Tiffy that I look like Maul from Descendants, but there's also, they used to have a dance party. I don't think that'll happen ananymore. I'm pretty sure no more dance party.
Oh,
that was fun. Yeah, I like that.
Personally, we're going to go.
That was really neat to see.
Down.
We were.
Well, what do you guys think? A dance party on here?
It's a dance competition.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone can enter.
Oh, I like that. Everybody on the screen. It'll be like Dancing with the Stars, but Dancing with the YouTube stars.
There you go.
Everyone can enter if they want to dance.
I like that. Ram88 says everyone at Disneyland has to stand one baguette apart.
That's right.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
And Andrew G made a good point that this is the idea of the stormtroopers at Disney Springs. Yeah, it's a similar concept where the characters are away from you, but you're interacting. Like, unfortunately, the video isn't loading right now, but I'll post it on my Insta story.
Oh, we got it.
Where the farewell.
We got it.
We have the farewell video.
We got it.
They were interacting. I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey,
let's play it?
Yeah, let's press play.
I don't understand why everyone's not focusing on me.
Oh my goodness, more Miles. Look at your outfit, see? Take note, everyone. Let's pose. Your outfit lights up. I want that.
Yes, I know. The most stunning man you've ever seen is right here. I'm sure you know that every time I flex, I get thunderous applause. And I look stunning as always. Doing my favorite activity.
No? Yes.
Now everyone can hear my voice again.
I don't even remember the big bad wolf.
I know. Dale's like,
I
who's
just
he
asked.
from? I'm like, the three little pigs.
I don't even remember the big bad wolf at our park. Yeah, so there was like everybody there. And I see a bunch of people are all about this dance competition. I see Big John says dance. It's in your name. You know I love to dance. Yes, Big John says dance.
Was the guy with the hat? He was from Jimmy Neutron. Was that the one?
The bowler hat guy.
Oh no, that's from one of my favorite movies, Meet the Robinsons.
Meet the Robinsons.
I've never seen that.
Oh, you have to. It's literally my favorite underrated Disney movie ever. You have to watch it.
That's a good one. And Kevin Terry says they need to have Isma. Yeah, they didn't have anybody from that, and especially with the coronavirus. What is it? No touchy.
Yeah.
Oh, touchy. Yes, I love that.
So no, I agree, Kevin Terry. Rob, they did a great job interacting with us from above. And again, this is all pre-coronavirus.
Yep.
So literally, all they have to do is just cut and paste to do the party. But no, it'll be interesting to see. What I guess the parks will be like. Disney World is about to reopen. The Disney hotels, the Disney resorts reopen today, right? It looked empty because you guys went live. Resort TV One, for anybody who wants to see, went live from the resorts today. Completely empty. It's going to be different, and it'll be interesting to see. I guess my only issue is I think where we're all going to not be socially distant is in the parking lot to try to get in.
No, you're right. I could see that.
Universal, when we all went, the first day we were all like this trying to.
But then once we were in, it was.
And once you were in,
yeah, it's the dispersal. Yeah, which I did hear with the reservations. You get a time to come, kind of like what we did at Universal, but it still didn't work there very well. So I don't know.
I see a lot of good comments too. Tiffy H, the Big Bad Wolf, was also from Silly Symphonies, and that's right. And Kaylee says the Emperor's New Groove mini parade with Isma. Oh, so you had that at Disneyland Paris. That's so cool.
That is cool.
So maybe they'll bring that here. I think we're going to see them get creative. Of course, Disney is creative. Part of the reason we started this channel Monday nights 8:30 was to bring Disney magic and character interaction as well as fun, community interaction with our friends and people in the chat talking Disney news and things of that sort. I kind of wish Disney did that. I mean, I'm glad we're all doing it, but I'm kind of surprised, Disney didn't take the time to just, tell Ryan Seacrest, like, hey, you're doing Dancing with the Stars twice, but let's keep you every week doing something, keep people busy being involved.
I like the Disney thing that they did.
Yeah, they did Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
But they only did
it was
two.
like
sing along. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Who in the chat saw the sing along? That was really cool.
Yeah.
Especially, I forget what the brother and sister, their names.
The ones from Dancing with the Stars. They were the
Julian Huff, right? Huff?
Yes, Julian Huff and her brother.
Huff?
Mr. Huff.
Brother Huff.
Mr. Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff. Yay, Hufflepuffs. So I mean, I wish they did more of that because that was the closest to Disney magic coming into our home. So we're really glad to have you guys all here and everybody in the chat being a part of the LBB Club and the Disney community. And again, interacting, bringing the magic into our homes because, even with the parks open. Oh, his name's Derek. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Angie Marie, you've been on fire tonight.
She is.
Yeah, and I loved Ariana Grande as Meg too. They did a great job. Again, it'll be really nice, to have the parks open. But for a lot of people, this will be the closest. And even for us, Jen and I were saying, we don't think we can get in on opening day. Yeah,
we're scared.
Points.
I'm so worried.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we could try to sneak in. We could go through our backyard, like somebody said earlier, through the Fort Lauderdale.
We'll cast our Harry Potter spells and just, apparate.
My annual pass still hasn't been updated, by the way. It's still.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we gotta.
Ours did, luckily.
My annual pass still is the same date that it was going to expire before the coronavirus.
Oh, no. Yeah, you got to call.
They'll change it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll change it.
As Harry Potter fans, Jenna and I are going to go this week, so stay tuned for more fun from Universal and Wizarding World. Tiffy just said a cool fun fact. Derek and Julianne Hough, they were extras in Harry Potter.
What? No way.
Yeah, we're going to have to go watch and find them. Let us know. Message us. Let us know, where in the movie they're at. We're big Harry Potter fans, too. As you can tell, we love anybody that can do spells. Dale, do you have the wand?
Lumos.
I love it.
I saw Dale hanging out in the green room in the back. That's a wand, and I sent him a text.
I have to say, and Jen and I agree, we talked about this earlier, we do think that Universal's done an excellent job really going above and beyond with the social distancing, the safety. No matter what anybody says, like I know some people everybody has a theory or a comment about, Universal. I think they've done the best what we've seen from virtual queues. So like Rise and Resistance, where you go and you scan, so you never wait in a line. They've timed it so you all go in. It's just constant flow. There's always somebody cleaning something. I mean, every trash can had a poor, man or woman literally manning it to make sure everything.
I thought it was amazing. Like I said, I might have said this before, but I saw when you were leaving on the long flat escalator, they actually had people holding like towels with spraying the long line of the escalator. So where you would hold onto the rail, just standing there.
That's all they did. They just stood there.
Just stood there, just so you could make sure that you knew that the rail was cleaned as it went back and recirculated back to the beginning. That's unbelievable to me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it is very cool.
Yeah.
And I see Sandy Panty says, I agree, Maria. Thanks, Sandy. And Andrew G says, Santa Leviosa. I like that stuff. And yes, Rob, I do think Universal is a great way to have these parks see what worked.
They are. They're doing amazing.
And Mrs. Angie Marie talks about the 2020 Wizarding World wand. We have been trying to get it.
We have.
Every week, and it's always sold out. It's like the mini ears of Universal. Yes.
No, what'd she say? We had to come on like a Monday or something, which we missed, but that's okay. Next Monday.
And speaking of spells, since it's Villains Night and things of that sort, the other thing I learned, which I didn't know, Jen and I, as you can see from her vlog, her latest vlog on their channel, she did a private wand choosing ceremony. Did you know that before the coronavirus, 10 to 15 people would enter the room and only one gets picked to do it?
Yeah, and it might not be you. So
you go in there, you pay the money, and you may not get a wand or the experience. Now it's private.
You can still get a wand, just not the wand picking you, which is
I mean, still, that's so weird. I had no idea. So yeah, like I said, Universal's they're doing fantastic.
They are.
But I highly recommend, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to message us on here, leave a comment. We love to know what you guys want to see. Like I said, next week, we're either having Mickey or Elsa, or possibly Mickey right before the opening. I'm trying to decide. You guys let us know in the comments. Do you guys want to see Mickey next week, or do you want to see Elsa? Should we leave Mickey for the week right when Disney World's about to open?
Oh.
I was thinking, the build-up, the excitement, and also Mickey can tell us, okay, what are things looking like? Because he's working. He's getting ready for us. So he can tell me, like, all right, is this going to be a mess? What's going to happen? I'm sure he won't say it's going to be a mess. He's going to say, like, everything's really confusing and really. It'll be interesting. I see some people are saying Elsa. Ooh, you know what? Mickey has competition, Chris. I think we might have Elsa next week and then Mickey. Okay. Elsa also is going to bring on, of course, her sister. So that's going to be cool. So we're going to have a lot of people. And I heard that Hans is trying to, the evil villain, sneak in too. So I know. We have a lot of people for the Frozen show.
Han Solo?
No, wrong.
Hans and Franz? Hans and Franz?
We're going to pump.
I think, you know what? I think we should do a guy show one day. I'll be behind the scenes.
I think
Chris and Dale will run it. And it'll be like Guys Disney episode. And you'll just get to do whatever you like.
Throw comments in there what you want to see me and Dale do on an episode one day. We'll arrange it.
Yes.
So give us some ideas. We'll do it.
That's right.
Any idea is a good idea.
That's right. That's right.
I love it. Yes. No, that's right, Tiffy. Yeah. So we're going to have a lot of amazing. So make sure if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Hit the notifications button because, like I said, we already have almost 3 months, right, Chris, of characters booked up.
We have a lot.
Yeah, I know. There's an endless amount of magic and characters, which we're very blessed to have. So, you know, and some people even wrote us that they wanted to see Cinderella again because they love that episode so much. They want to see the Muppets again, too.
So cool.
Yeah, we made for July 4th have Sam Eagle on.
Ooh.
So, yes, I know. He's very busy right now, but he's getting ready for fireworks socially distantly.
Of course.
I know. So we'll find out. But yeah, I'm excited for a whole bunch of cool characters. And of course, we have our amazing friends like Jenna and Dale who come on. Every episode isn't just characters, but also us talking about the theme of that week. Sometimes making drinks, like Chris made actually a villain's drink tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we worked on one of the drinks. So we'll even do a vlog coming up of some of the villains' drinks and how to make them and some foods. Yeah. Jenna and Dale, will you help us with that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That'll be awesome.
Nah.
I love the live stream Disney Springs Bar Crawl featuring Dale and Chris.
We're getting a couple, Dale.
There we go. There we go.
Have Chip and Dale come on with Chris and Dale.
Let me make a phone call.
I like that.
What's this? Disney Color Brain with the
Color
guys?
Brain
with the guys. We'll look that up.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
We got.
I like colors. Cornhole. We have that.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
I like this one, Dale.
Disney Princess Trivia. Yes, I will nail it. Yes.
Ooh.
Spit spot chimney would be great for the both of you.
I want to see what's his face from Mary Poppins.
Oh
my God, what's his name?
Where are we? I can't think of anybody's name.
I'm in villains mode. Andrew, what's his name? Oh my God, I was about to say.
Bert.
Bert.
Yes, Bert.
Yeah, I was about.
A lot of the suggestions have to do with alcohol. I'm just saying.
Shucks.
Disney Princess Trivia into the bar crawl. That'd be amazing.
There you go.
Or Jet Set and Mickey, should it be the bar crawl, then into the trivia?
So here's what we got to do. I figured it out. I'm just spitballing here. So if me and Dale go to Epcot, and there's the 11 countries around Epcot. Every country has a bar in them. In order, we have to have a drink at every bar. But in order to get to the next country, we have to answer a Disney trivia question. If we get it wrong, then we have to have another drink. If we get it right, then we move on to the next.
Dale would not make it.
I like this idea.
We go around every single place live, and we'll live stream it. And questions would come maybe from the people watching in the live stream. And we pick one.
Or they can help you.
So or they can help us. Like
yes.
maybe,
there you go.
Maybe it's Jenna and Maria asking the questions that we have no clue, and they're able to help us to move on to the next country.
Yes.
And we should probably be there for safety purposes.
Yes. We'll
I'm
get
not sure what you're talking about.
the wheelchairs.
We could do the
No, actually, Chris is amazing at Disney trivia. So Dale, he'll help you. He'll be okay.
I got you.
Yeah, because
We don't for Derek.
unless I can, if I can call my friend Google, then we'll be good to go.
Rob says Dale would never leave Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah, would never leave Mexico. That'd be a good place to stay too. I'll hang out at the tequila bar with some chips and salsa all night. I won't mind.
There you go. Well, Tiffy H had a really cool idea. Oh my, amazing race, but with Epcot.
Yeah.
Oh
so,
my God,
like,
how cool would that
we
be?
have to. It's like a scavenger hunt through Epcot, maybe.
Okay, that's fun.
That would be cool.
Tiffy.
Great idea.
Like,
Yes.
You know, someone sends us what we have to find, and we have to find it in order to go to the next one.
Ooh, I like
One in
that.
every country.
Oh yes. Even
I
my
like
ears
that
perked
idea,
up. My ears perked up from that.
Yeah.
I'm all about
Wow, like that sounds fun.
That's yeah.
Tiffy. We are invited.
Yeah.
Everybody's invited for our live stream. We're going to work on that.
Cool.
It'll be fun, especially since it looks like Hollywood Studios, like I said, unfortunately, is sold out. Yeah.
Yeah, because I love Runaway Railway with my little Chubby.
I know. I've never ridden Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, I know. Galaxy's Edge. Oh,
Toy Story Mania.
Yes, exactly. So
It's Dale's favorite ride.
I know.
Mine's soaring, so mine's still open.
No.
Soaring? Oh, that's towards the top of my favorite too.
Yeah, but we think soaring won't be because that's like a ball of coronavirus.
Yeah, you can tell people where to fit though. You can be like, these seats are
Yeah.
Boy, yeah.
I mean, it's a big
Universal had rides that were enclosed.
Just don't cough down.
Yeah. You want to be on the top row. That's what you want to be on, the top row.
Yeah.
Only the top row survives soaring. That'd be so bad. Oh my gosh. Well, it's going to be interesting, guys. Thank you for tuning in and, talking with us about, like I said, we're all curious how the parks are going to look like. The only thing we know for sure is that the Halloween party is going to look like the Villains party. So don't be scared. There's going to be lots more Villains fun to come. I like energy. I know. You're just giving these guys too many ideas.
Got this beat.
It's Chris.
There you go. I know. Kaylee said soaring would be weird without all the feet.
It really would.
We would be like, huh? It's a different ride.
That's why I like the top one. That's the best row.
It is. Top, middle.
Yep.
Top, middle.
Yep.
And, like I said, as we're wrapping up, next week, we're still going to do a fun theme. It might be Frozen or it might be Mickey, one or the other. And if it's not, after that, it's going to be the other. And then we're also going to do, like I said, Sally and Jack with a Christmas theme in July, as well as a Halloween theme. And Sam Eagle and some Muppets are going to come on again. So if you haven't seen some of our older episodes, we had the actual Muppeteers from Disney on the show. So make sure to check out the Tiki Room auditions where the Muppeteers actually came on with their own Muppets, as well as Crush, who did Turtle Talk, which will not be open anymore. So the only place that you can have Turtle Talk with Crush is here. That's right. Or other episodes like Cousteau's, where we had cooking fun with Equity Ben as well, Abe Lincoln from the Hall of Presidents. So every week, again, if you haven't seen or you're new, definitely check out our amazing characters. They're, a lot of them, so funny as well as fun. I mean, who would have thought Maleficent was funny?
Yeah.
I had no idea. She was amazing. Who liked Maleficent? You guys in the chat. Did you guys love Maleficent? She was way nicer than I imagined. I was a little nervous.
She was way nicer.
She was way nicer.
Yes, and I was a little nervous. I was like, she could be very cold maybe. She wasn't. Though I'm still, I think my favorite part of the night, other than, of course, Jenna and Dale, was her fear of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird fear, I'm going to say.
What's wrong? What's not to be afraid of a guy with no pants on?
I know. I don't get it at all.
I'm more towards Maleficent right now. I'm understanding it a little bit more. I love Winnie the Pooh, but here's a guy who just eats everything and doesn't wear pants for the entire day. I mean,
and it's sticky food at that.
Yeah, it's unique. He's special. He's But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for being a part of our awesome evening. Again, if you liked what you saw, we've been, like I said, paying our characters who are in quarantine and furloughed. So if you like them, any particular one, let us know, because we'd love to have them back on or send them a message from you or connect you with them, as well as, today's shirt is on sale. We actually had a Father's Day sale that we left up. So only you guys in the chat know we left the sale up. Yes, it's Father's Day, at least until tomorrow. Right? Yeah, until tomorrow. And again, make sure to check some of our old episodes out. They're a blast. And each one has a different theme, different news we talk about, different exclusives. Like I said, we were the first to have not just the Muppets on, but the Muppets told us about the new show that debuts in July. And we had it first on our show, which was so cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah, I don't think they were supposed to tell us. So I hope nobody got in trouble, but that just goes to show how much fun, again, we get to have being in Mickey's backyard, the people we get to know, and the people we get to chat with, like you guys in the chat room, and of course, Jenna and Dale. I know. Did you guys have fun tonight?
So much fun. Thanks for having us on.
Yes.
Oh, we love you guys. Again, and a big thank you to Brandy and Dave, who are our moderators, and this show would not be possible without them. They help.
Dave's birthday today.
And that's right.
It's Dave's birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy birthday to Dave. Can everybody in the chat say happy birthday to Dave? I know Maleficent wished him a happy birthday, but that probably was a curse. So, yeah, because the last time Maleficent did a birthday wish for Aurora, well, we know how that ended.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Let's all wish Dave a happy birthday. And again, keep tuning in. We're going to do some more vlogs, more fun. Looks like Chris and Dale are getting their own channel.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Chris and Dale.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. Rescue Rangers.
Oh, you need one of those shirts.
Disney Rangers.
Oh, Disney Rangers. I love that.
Disney Rangers.
Yep.
Wait, we copyright that right now. That's our.
Yeah, do it. Our shirt.
Disney Rangers.
That's
yeah.
amazing. Okay, we need.
If you guys like Disney Rangers, let us know, because I'm kind of all for that as being.
There is so much that we can do adventurous throughout Disney.
Yes. There's too much.
Well, in the meantime, I know. In the meantime,
yes.
Make sure to check out Jenna's vlog of our adventures. We got pretty goofy in Universal. We had way too much fun. And all these hidden things, hidden spells, hidden places, hidden Horcruxes. So if you're a Harry Potter fan, definitely check it out. But even if you're not, and you like other parts like Jurassic Park, E.T., things like that, definitely tune in.
Yeah, the Raptor was cool.
This week. So stay tuned for much more fun. I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of the magic, and all of you in the chat. Again, we made this channel to not just be, just a show, but also a way for the community to interact, to chat. So please message us, message each other in the comments. Go to our Instagram page. We love the fact that you guys get to know each other, connect, and be a part of the magic live with us every Monday and more. And like I said, make sure to subscribe to Jenna and Dale Resort TV 1. Subscribe to Brandy and Dave, their channel as well. And like I said, we had Maleficent in the room. I know Brandy and Dave put her link in there as well, so you can hit her up. She's very friendly, as we learned. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys so much for another magical evening. Chris is getting the fancy. How'd you guys like the graphics?
The graphics are good.
Yes.
We're not going to have any graphics to close out tonight.
Oh, we're not having. Oh.
No.
Okay, I got it.
I'm making sure everyone's links are up.
Oh, he's making sure. But that's Brandy and Dave have done an awesome job. Thank you again on your birthday.
On top of it.
That was so sweet. No, you guys are amazing. Yay! And again, we love all of you. We wish you guys an easy, hopefully, trip when you do come to visit Disney World. We'll keep you updated as to how it's looking. It's going to be interesting. The next couple weeks are going to be unique. But we'll keep bringing the magic to you from Mickey's backyard. I have a saying, like, how Resort TV does, a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye. I do. See you real soon. You guys want to help me? Everybody in the chat? Okay. All right. How about this? Let's let Jenna and Dale do our little sign-off that Mickey always tells us. You guys ready? Everybody in chat? Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
See you real soon.
Bye, guys.